I don't think I've ever seen grass quite that tall. What a wild little spot. But good morning everyone, and welcome to another one of my little fishing adventures. Throughout this video we are going to be fishing in tiny little creeks in search of giant fish. Should be a really fun one. We're going to be exploring some beautiful systems exactly like this one and hopefully tracking down some giants. Big estuary perch, big bream, big anything else. I'll take anything, and let's just get straight into it. Here looks like a really cool spot to start. Got a little surface lure tied on to start off with. This is actually a surface cicada, so perfect little cicada impersonation. There's no cicadas around here, but we'll see what we can do. We might switch over to a little plastic, a bit more of a confidence lure soon, but hey, who doesn't love a surface eat? We're just going to start here. Cast that straight up against the structure and slowly twitch it out. Going to run a fairly tight drag. We want to extract them from the structure. We do hook it. That's why I'm running fairly heavy leader, 15-pound leader, and fairly light braid, but if the fish do go into the structure, we have that heavy leader just in case. Just want to get it right up there, right up against the edge on the bank. It's a cool looking lure. It's also a really cool looking spot. Oh no. There we go. Oh yeah, that is a lot of structure along the bank. Those are very good spots. There's like a lot of submerged structure right along the shore here. It's very thick cover, and that water's actually quite clear, so hopefully those perch will come right up into the water column to eat this lure. I think I'm going to try this little weedless rig plastic. It's a 3-inch Z-Man. You can see that sun is kind of coming straight down the middle here, so it's not an ideal spot for surface. Put a little bit of scent on here and keep plugging along. That's a big snag there. No hits just yet, but I'm getting the feeling that if we do get some fish around here, they're going to be big. Just look at the area, it looks so gnarly. Might actually turn the sounder on for a little bit, see if we're pedaling past any fish. It's already 9 o'clock, yeah, we gotta get a wiggle on. I honestly think we might turn around. Yep. Oh, that's a good fish. Yes. That looked like such a good spot. That's a good perch. Look at him. That is a cracking perch. Wow, right up in there. Felt the clunk on him. I was gonna say, this area just looks so good, like incredibly good. We've got a fish. Oh, that's sick. Probably the best looking spot we've found. And we've got a perch. It's a real big one, I think. Just look too good, eh? That is a big perch. Or is that a bass? Is that a bass? No, it's a perch, I think. I don't know. That is a healthy fish though. Wow, that's one of the ones we're after. Yep, he is a donkey. Let's get a look at her. That is a big and beautiful perch. Little 3-inch weedless paddle tail, rigged up and hooked perfectly in that big girl. That is a big EP. Take a look at her. I accidentally got her tail in the net a little bit. Bummer. That's why I don't like using nets. Anyway, we're going to get her going. I'm not going to get a measurement on her. We'll just send her back. See a big girl. Look at her. Oh, what a fish. Wow, I was just looking and pedaling through this area and I was like, there's no way there's not a fish on that snag. And Sure enough, there was at least one. Could be more there. We'll get a lure back in and see if there's any more. Gonna get a little bit more scent on that lure. I like to use scent on plastics. There it is there, that weedless presentation. Fairly large lure, but I was hoping for a fairly large fish, like the one we got. A 3-inch paddle tail. Typically estuary perch are not alone, so there's every chance there's another one in there. Every chance of it. Come on. See if there's another one. Oh, that was another one. We know there's more than one. It's a good spot. Keep on moving down. It's actually a pretty windy day today, but in these tiny little systems like this, you can get out of it fairly easily. Very happy with the start though. That one fish is a good one. Alright, let's go try up. Back up this way. Looks like a cool spot to start. A little bit of snaggy structure type stuff. Probably going to be covered in a lot of spiders by the end of this trip. This is the end of the road for this spot. Can't go any further, even if I wanted to. Alright, out on system number 2, and it is very, very windy now, but I'm really liking the look of this system. As you can see, there's a whole heap of structure which is along the bank, and the water is actually slightly dirtier than the last spot. Now, when I'm perch fishing and bream fishing, I actually don't mind a little bit of discoloured water, so hopefully this spot produces a little bit more. The main problem we're going to be facing in here is this wind. It has picked up big time. A lot more wind than where we were earlier, but we'll try it. We'll just see how we go. Really like this watercolour. A lot of good snags both sides of the bank here. See that? There's a little fish which just jumped there. Should have brought a jumper in. It's getting cold again. The sun was really warming me up and now it's just fully clouded over. It's probably a good thing for the fishing though. I don't mind clouded over conditions, as long as it doesn't rain. Oh, that was a hit. There we go. That was a hit. There we go. That thing was huge, bro. Yep. We've got one. We've got one. It's nowhere near as big as that last one. It's still a good one. Got off. Bro, we had an absolute giant come up. That was still a good fish. Wow. We had an absolute mammoth. Oh. Is there any more there? Come on. Man. You always drop the ones you want, eh? That's alright. We got hooks in one of them. Perch just jumped out of the water to try eat it. Oh, man, there's been a bit of activity. We just can't get hooks in one properly. Let's see if the paddle tail can get them. There we go. There we go. There we go. Pretty sure that's a little perch. Just switched over to the... Got off! Dude. What is going on with our luck? Can't get one to stick on the plastic. Can't get one to stick on the hard body. Oh. Man. Another one. Nice. It's a little one, I think, but it is a little one. We're just going to pick him up. There we go. That's good. Not a mammoth compared to a couple of the other ones which we've had on, but it is a decent little estuary perch once again. And it has been like 6 hours between fish this morning since we've actually landed one. It's been an absolute grind, but that's not a bad fish. Just get that lure out, get him back going. Whew, feels good. Feels good to stick one. I reckon there's bigger in the area, so just got him going straight away, and I want to get back in there. At the size of that fella, they are very, very typically a schooling fish, so there could be more over there. Get another cast out. Sitting right in front of that snag. We've had some serious unluckiness losing all the fish we have today. Okay, go back to the hard body. It seems to be getting a lot of the initial interest, the old hard body lure. I got a theory with the big fish that if you don't get the big one straight away within the first like 10 or so casts, especially in a new area, you just keep on moving. Even if you've caught a little one or something in that area, I like to just keep moving. Yep. Ah, man, we can't get a hook in one of them. Right about now, I'm really regretting not bringing the 2 to 4 kilo rod. Usually the 2 to 4 kilo rod is what I'd be using for the hard body, and I forgot to bring it. I think it's costing me some fish. I hook a fish, I get snagged with the plastic. I hook a fish, I get snagged with the plastic. Yep, that's a good one. That's a really good one. Right in front of that big snag there. That's a really good one. Come on. That's a bucket. Oh. Come here, big girl. We got a... Whew. Look at that. That is a big perch. We got one right off that snag there. If that isn't a classic spot, I don't know what is. It's not an absolute monster, but let's get a look at the third perch, which we've landed for the day, and it's a pretty solid fish. What's that one? Probably low 40s, 40 centimeters or something, so not a bad one at all. Never mind. Oh, there she goes. She just kicked off. Not a bad fish at all. Third one, the medium one from the 3 which we've caught, and it's actually turning into an alright session, especially this afternoon. We've had a fair few hits, a lot of life. Haven't landed a lot of them, but we've had a lot of hits and a fair bit of activity. So this little lure, tiny little hard body lure, is doing the damage. It's had a fair few eats, not a lot of hookups. Right over there is where we got him. Could definitely expect another hit off that same tree, I reckon. It's a big tree. Oh. He was off the front of it, so we'll go back over. I pretty much tried to work it right underneath there, and sure enough, that's where he was. Go back in there. We love a snag. It's not a red hot bite, but there's just enough going on to keep me interested. Like, I'm getting a bite every, I don't know, 30 or 40th snag. It's definitely not red hot, but I reckon there's some good fish about. Yep. That was a good one. Man, this has been some day for pulling hooks. Yep. There's one. There's one. There's one. Come on. Stay hooked. We've lost so many. Ooh, I think he's in a bit of structure. Oh, he's a good one. He's not a bad one. Not the biggest of the day, but well, maybe the biggest of the day. Solid fish, we'll take it. Whew. Alright, little buddy, let's get a look at him. It's another very chunky estuary perch. It's been an absolute grind, but finally started to get a couple on the board. He's a solid one. Low 40s probably, once again. They're all good fish. They're all very good fish. A very, very rewarding one to get in. It's been a nightmare dropping all of them. I think that's going to do us for this session. We'll turn around and make our way in. And just like that, it is the next day and an entirely new system to fish. I think this is the perfect spot to start. We have some reeds along the bank and the water's pushing right up into the reeds, so the fish should be up shallow feeding on the edges, and we've got 2 rods out with us. This one has a curly tail grub with a real light jig head, but don't think we're going to start with that one. I think we're going to start with the old faithful little paddle tail on a 1/12, and that's ready to go. So the main plan of attack in this system is just going to be to fish right along the reeds. So we're just going to cast right up along the bank. That's probably not close enough. We want to be right up on the edge, and I'm just going to let that sink down and flick it back. Very, very simple. This is going to be good, I reckon. Good little afternoon session. We've got 4 or 5 hours to fish, so beautiful little afternoon trip. Go up again, keep making our way along. They're the perfect cast, what we want, right up on the reeds there. The fish will push right up to feed. Is that a fish? It's the world's oldest lure. Look at that. Under there is a cicada or something. Wow. We'll take that rubbish home with us. There we go. Yep. We got something. I think it's a Brembo. Shaking his head a lot. Yes. Oh, it's a nice brim. Oh, that is so good. Just pedaling along the banks of this system, and you can see there we've got a really nice brim right up in the shadows. Perfect spot for a Brembo to be hiding. Took a little while to get a fish, but hey, that's not a bad one. See if we can get him up and in. Shaking his head big time. We might get him in the net since it's the first fish. He's actually not very big at all. He's actually a fair bit smaller than what I thought he was going to be, but he's not a bad Brimbo to start off the afternoon. Good little fish. Took a little while, but we got there once again on the, well, first fish of the afternoon on this little slim swim. It's one of my favourites for chasing these Bream. You can see those big crushing teeth. Well, they're only little ones on this fella, but oh, look at him. Look at him. Good set of chompers on you, buddy. See you later. First one. Very nice. Hopefully the first of a few. Get a little bit more scent on that lure. Let's put a dab on it. Don't want too much, just a little bit in case there's another one over there. There for sure could be. Usually there's more than one Bream in an area. So we'll see if he's got a friend. Right up there in that bank in the shadows. Big Bream we want. You can get some monster Bream in here. That's what we're targeting. Well, we might as well live it up in luxury a little bit. Put some basketball on and got a coffee. Good combo while fishing. Oh, that's a fish. Yep. It was only a couple casts after that last one. I think that one's bigger. I think that's going to be a big fish. It's bigger than the first one. Right along that little weed line, or, well, the reeds. The reeds is what we're planning to target, and it's one of the ones we want. Yep. That's a good one. That is a good one. Just turned the basketball on, and that was second cast since I had a sip of coffee. Look at him. He's a much bigger fish. Right along the reeds, along the bank. It's pretty typical of these fish in here. They just hunt along the bank and you almost get a bite as soon as it lands. And you can see that little paddle tail once again pinned him on the corner of the face. Perfect little fish. He's up above 30 centimeters for sure. Low 30s probably. Nice Brimbo. Second one of the day. Goodbye. How good's that? That's the second one already. Been out here for probably an hour and a half now, but that's not bad going. Two fish in this one little area here. Tighten that drag back up. I loosened it off a fair bit since it was a big fish, but how good's that? The little slim swim. I don't know if you can tell, but I've actually matched the jig head to the plastic. They're both green, so kind of blends in. Might help, might not, but we'll keep casting over there. Two Bream in this area, so we'll definitely take note of that and put a fair bit of time into this area, see if we can pluck another one. There's obviously somewhat numbers of fish over here on this bank. Another sip of coffee for good luck. Oh, what a spot. I just love it. There's nowhere else I'd rather be. Could also find some perch as well. I hope we do. I love chasing some perch. Yep, there's another one. Oh, sugar, he's going nuts. I think that's another little Bream maybe. Third one. What's he doing? He's going sicko mode. He's right up over there. I can see him. Look at him. He's a nugget. He's the fattest one of the day, that's for sure. Oh, he's got a big head on him. He's going to be a bruiser of a Bream when he grows up. Look at him. A big angry bubba. Honestly, not a bad fish at all once again. What's he? 20 something maybe? I don't know. Obviously we would like him slightly bigger, but hey, I'm not going to complain with him. Hope he's going to poo, but see ya buddy. Look at the colours on them. They're just such cool fish. Little Brimbo, give him minimal time out of the water and I'll see you in a few years. Cool. Three Bream in about an hour and 20 of fishing. If we keep going like this, it's going to be a very good afternoon. Or it is a good afternoon. Being out on the water fishing is a good afternoon in my opinion. Cool, just right along that bank once again. Our theory is definitely working. Just plucking away along the edges. Seems to be getting a few to bite. I wonder how many lures the fish in here have seen. Probably a lot, eh? A lot of lures. I wonder what the percentage of fish is which have been caught and released. Like, I don't know, I reckon there'd be a fair few which have been caught and plucked and released. because a lot of people around here are catch and release, which is really good. Geez, you'd think there'd be a few. More reeds. If you want to look at more reeds, there's more reeds. Yep, another one. Ooh, that one feels pretty big. That one's going nuts. I was actually right up against that little post over there. Once again, a bit of structure along the bank is very key. Very key when you're looking for fish. A lot of them have just been up against the weed bed, but this is going to be a big one. Yep. I don't think this one's a tiddler. This has been a red hot little session. Bream after bream. Bream City. The old grabberoo. Yeah, he's another one of the ones we want. Give you guys a little look at him. Number 6 is another one of those real quality ones. The good thing about bream is that even when they're not crazy big, they really give you some stick. They play up big time, the old bream. One of the hardest fighting fish for their size they are. Very cool. We haven't had to switch up the technique or anything today. It's just been working. The 1/12 jig head, little 2.5 inch paddle has just been deadly. They all have good quality chompers on them in here. And there we are, number 6. See you, buddy. Thanks for joining. Pretty much like tradition, as soon as I get a fish, I put more scent on that lure. Get back up there, right along that post he was. I'm finding that I'm not getting more than one fish from a spot. I'm getting the one and then nothing, but there seems to be fish scattered. So I'm getting one and then another one every 30 meters or so. Another one. Wow. He's shaking his head big time too. Ooh. Ooh. That feels big as well. I think this one's a bit bigger. Oh, he's gone up in the reeds. I had one do that last time and I didn't like it. Oh, sugar. Oh. Oh, this is not good. This is not good at all. This is not good. Oh no. I'm playing him in the reeds. I'm gonna snap this rod. Go away, rod. Fully playing him in the reeds. Okay. Should be able to get a look at him here. Why do these fish do this in here? It's like they learnt new tricks, eh? I'll rip every single reed out of this ground to find this fish. Oh, that leader's frayed up. Oh, he's still there. Oh, he's a big bream. Oh yeah, he's a stonker. Look at him. Had to go diving in the reeds to get him out. Wow. You rat. I love it when they do that. Oh, he just swam straight through the hole in that net. There he goes. Can you believe that? What a cheeky little bream. That's the second time that's happened to me in this area. Gone straight into the weeds and I've had to fight with everything to try and get it out. It's a really big bream. Look at that. Beautiful big brimbo, easily the biggest one of the day. Once again on the 2.5 inch paddle tail. This right here is the fish I was hoping to catch for the day. A really nice big brim out of a skinny water creek. Like the last two spots we fished were really skinny water. This one as well, very skinny water for very big fish. 39 centimeters we'll call him. You could tip him out, stretch him to 40, but a nice little 39er. Buddy, I'd love to get a good release shot of you. Look at that, big bruiser of a brim. There he goes. That is the fish of the day, easily. Have you guys ever seen big brim do that? I've had it happen a little bit recently. It's like a thing that they do. They've learnt a new skill, running straight into structure. 2 hours and 45 minutes and what, 6 or something brim. Get back out and over. So good. It's definitely a lot hotter fishing compared to yesterday, and we're not dropping as many fish compared to yesterday. I lost a whole lot of big perch. I was just devastated. Definitely going to go back there for redemption, but today, so far the hookup rate's been really good. Really good on the brimbos. They do hit it hard. They crunch lures, the old brim. Just slowly bouncing it along the edges has been so good. Deadly. Deadly little plan of attack. What a relaxing day, eh? Beautiful conditions. I don't get any better than this. There was a fair bit of wind around, but now it's just completely backed off and we have this beautiful rivet of fish in absolute peace. Glass calm conditions. Oh, could have been a hit. Definitely could have been a hit. Yep, I knew it. I've had a few hits at that. It's another brimbo. Don't go back in the reeds, whatever you do, buddy. I'm sick of going in there. He's a good one. I can see him all the way down there. Not quite as big as that last one, but still really solid, actually. There he is. I reckon there's a little pack of them down there having a go at that. He's still another one in the 30s. Like most of the fish we've caught today have been around that 30 centimetre size, maybe a little bit smaller, a little bit under. That's a beautiful brim. What a red hot session. See it, buddy? We love to see it. We love to see a lot of life. This little paddle tail is red hot. If it was any hotter, it would be on fire. Maybe it's just like a feeding frenzy. Maybe whatever you throw in there would work, but hey, this really seems to be working for me. Schlim schwim. Back in, I reckon I had multiple hits there. Okay, keep moving down a little bit. Fished this area pretty well and caught a bunch of brim, but keep on moving. Another one. Yep. That's decent too. What is that? Is that a perch? That is a perch. It's a nice little EP. There he is. A little bucket mouth. A little estuary perch. One of my favourite all-time fish. He's got a bit of a scar wound from an old bird mark. Very cool. Well, different species for the day. A little EP. We'll send him straight off. You can see that sun starting to lower in the sky a little bit, so don't have too much longer to go, probably another hour, and then that'll be us. Right over on those reeds. I don't think I've ever caught a fish there, and you just never know where you're going to get a fish when you're fishing. It's a good thing about it. You just pedal along and cast at the banks. Haven't even used my sounder. I probably shouldn't have even brought it, really. There could be more there. Usually perch are schooling fish. Are there any more of your kind around, perchies? Keep moving. Told you, perch. 2 casts and that was it. This is good. I don't want to go in, really. This is just so much fun. I'm having a ball. Conditions are perfect. Fish are biting. I don't want to go in. Might just fish in the darkness. Meant to be meeting Dad for dinner, but I'll just call it. I'll be like, nah, still fishing, 10 p.m. Yep. Yep. That's a good one. What's that? It's another brim. Look at him shaking his head. Going crazy. Not as big as some of the other ones, but still, it's a good one. Typical spot, right in a little, He's going crazy. Right in the little gap there. Grab him up and in like that. Look at him. He's another bruiser. Absolute beast of a bream. What is this session? This session out here has just been something else. Look at him. Grouse little brimbo. See you, buddy. What a session. What a session this has been. Again, they've all been ones. Haven't got any like school fish. They've all just been the odd fish. And then just had to keep covering ground until you find the next one. Oh, well, there's another hit. Geez, it'll be cool if we can get one after I said they don't come in more than once. Another one. Is that another bream? Ooh, feels pretty big. Ooh, that's a big one. If that is a bream, that's another real big one. That was like 3 casts later, 3 casts after we got that last one, and we've hooked up to another one. What is going on? Oh, that's a real good one. He's big too. He's bigger than the last one. Isn't this just crazy, eh? Feeding frenzy. Fish are going off. These are ones I should be netting, eh? Look at him. That is another big bream. How sick's this? I mean, just take a look at the conditions. Conditions are as good as it gets, and fishing is as good as it gets as well. Hook out, and another one easily in the 30s. Back on his way. Whew. Wow, we got the last one right there, and then the next one just down along there. Not very far away at all. Technique has been the same the whole time. Hopping it along the bottom. That's a good one. Yep, it's another bream. It's another brimbo. Oh, big head shakes. Don't go in the reeds, mate. Big head shakes. Yep, he's a good one as well. Don't want him to go back into the reeds. Nice. He's another. Over 30 easily. Look at him. He's a solid fat bream. Fat bream. Beautiful fish. See you, buddy. Whew. This session, man. I don't want it to end. Don't want it to end. It's been that hot. Lucky last cast. One more for good luck. Yep. One more for good luck. One more for good luck. What is that? It's a perch. We had that last cast, and then we had the one more for good luck. And bang, another beautiful little perch. See you, buddy. Alright everyone, well, hopefully you enjoyed this video. Very, very fun mission fishing these tiny little creeks, and we caught some really big fish along the way. If you enjoyed this one and want to see more like it, some more estuary fishing stuff, be sure to give it a like, comment your thoughts down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. I gotta go. I'm gonna be late for dinner.